How is somebody else going to respect you if you don't even know who you are? I was having a conversation with one of my friends about respect and leading by example, what it takes to actually get people to respect you. If you have people who respect you and you know people who gain respect from others by leading by example and by being a good person and all those things that we talk about all the time in life, traits and qualities in people that people see to be things that you want to pass off on other people. You know, mentors, they have a good integrity. They're compassionate, they're understanding, they lead by example. They would never ask you to do things that they wouldn't do. And we've all seen the flip side of that. We've all seen people and had to work with people and go to school with people who have such a lack of respect for others, who want the easiest way out of everything, don't want a huge workload, don't want to be held accountable for their actions, feel like they can say whatever they want to say to you and you're not supposed to say anything to them. But at the same time, they want you to respect them. And that is so perverse and weird to me that you think you could treat people like shit and think that people are going to treat you with respect. And one of the things I was talking about with my buddy was, well, how do you get to the point where people respect you and they are truly genuine when it comes to their actions with you and their interactions with you, meaning they're not being fake to your face about wanting to help you? Because some people say, hey, I'll do whatever it takes to be if you need help with this, I'll be there for you. There are always going to be people there that always have your back, right? Until you need them to really have your back. Pew! Then they're gone, right? You might have 2 or 3 people in your whole lifetime where when they say they have your back, they have your back. Now, a lot of that comes with respect. Respect is a huge responsibility. If you want people to respect you, then you have to earn it. It doesn't just get dropped inside of your bag of life achievements like it's Halloween, people passing out candy at the door, and you're going to each door knocking on it, and people are saying, well, here's your, you got to earn respect. You don't get to just go knock on someone's door and say, respect me. It doesn't work that way. And sometimes it takes years to get certain individuals to be in a position where they feel like they can trust you and you're going to get that respect. And a lot of times it has a lot to do with your integrity, your character, and all that. We know that. But a lot of times it's really just zipping your mouth and just showing people through your actions what you are, who you are, and why you would be beneficial for that person to be in your life and you to be in their life. It doesn't do me any good as a person who leads by example to be associated with people who want to be completely opposite of what I'm trying to be in my life, if that makes sense. So if I'm trying to better my life and I want people to respect me, I can't be hanging out with people who are disrespectful, ignorant little maggots. That sounds bad, but that's the way some people have reduced themselves to be. They reduce themselves to basically something that you don't want to be around. Do you want to be around a tub full of maggots? Do you want to sit next to somebody who is a complete asshole? No, because if you hang out with that person enough, even if you never said a word, you're going to get associated with that person. And that's one of the reasons why I say respect comes within first, and then it branches out. You have to trust yourself enough to know that you have to do everything the right way to earn people's trust, to gain respect from others. It's not easy. It takes a conscience, and it takes a lot of times you biting your tongue. Plenty of times you want to say, hey, look, I want to put the hammer down on this guy and just rip him a new asshole for something he said to me. But it's better if you don't, because you know in the back of your mind, you don't really know everything that person's going through. And if the tables were turned the other way, if somebody came at you that way, you might not be such a happy person. So situationally, I choose to live my life in a way where, in order to get respect from other people, I have to respect other people's right to be whatever the hell they want to be. You have to respect the right of people who just don't give a shit and want to be an asshole. And you also have to respect the right of people who want to overachieve and become something more than what they are. They're two different extremes, and then there's everything in between. But if you look at it as a giant umbrella and everything's underneath it, your respect level just comes through. You deal with everybody differently according to who they are, but at the same time, you kind of treat them all the same. I don't treat people who are assholes any differently than I do people who are nice. The only difference is that obviously I'm going to try to interact more with people who are on the nicer end, people who compliment me as somebody who treats other people with respect. I have no patience for people who treat others like assholes and bully people and all that type of stuff that we deal with in everyday life. Leading by example is you taking the responsibility upon yourself to make sure that you are doing everything the right way. So no matter what anybody else is doing, they can never say that you haven't done enough. They can't say that you haven't done things for them that they haven't done for you, because you have. And if you haven't, they know that you will. And it's based on your character. It's based on your track record as a person. Do you make mistakes? Yes. And that's why taking responsibility for your actions is so important, because it'll speed up that respect process. If you're not accountable for yourself, for your own actions, then other people are going to say, if you don't even take the responsibility for your own actions, why the hell would I trust you? Why the hell would I give you any respect? People don't expect people not to make mistakes. It's how you react after you make the mistake. If I make a horrible mistake, that especially a mistake that affects other people, and I don't take the responsibility, then how am I supposed to get respected by anybody? If I want to be a leader of people, and all I'm doing is telling other people what to do, and I'm benefiting from it, but I'm not giving anything back to them, I'm not showing them any love, I'm not working as hard as they are, how the hell am I supposed to get respect for those people? It's not a game. It's a part of life. It's a moral responsibility for yourself to treat other people the way you want to be treated. That's the moral obligation. If you want to treat people like assholes, you better expect it in return. Someone's going to come at you like an asshole. You treat people with respect, more often than not, they're going to come at you with respect, even if they don't respect you, which is kind of strange. But there are a lot of people who may fundamentally disagree with everything that you are. They might hate the fact that you talk a certain way, that you live in a certain neighborhood, you drive a certain car, you have a certain job, that you're going to a certain school. They may hate all that, but they respect the fact that you're doing things that they want to do, can't do, or will never do. They respect you for that. They'll never admit it to you, but they're never going to walk up to your face and start yapping off at the mouth to your face. They're not going to do that, because you are carrying yourself in a way where you're saying, I respect your right to disagree with me as a person for whatever reason, then I'm going to leave you alone. I'm not going to bother you about it. People respond to other people differently, obviously. I try to make sure that whenever I approach someone, I go into any situation when I talk to somebody knowing that I don't know them. Even if you know somebody, people in their lives are changing all the time. People are constantly making adjustments in their life. So you have to understand that, and you have to adjust to that. And the only way you can really do it is just worry about you and your actions. Just worry about being the best person you can be. Now respect will come. And I've had to learn that the hard way. Everybody's gone through this, especially when you're a teenager. You think everybody just owes you everything. You don't have a fucking clue that you're supposed to earn respect and how to do it. You just don't know it. Life teaches you along the way the proper way of being able to get others to respect you. And most importantly, for me, everybody's journey is different. For me, I realized real late in the game, I should say, maturity-wise, how do I get people to respect me? And once I figured it out, it's life-changing. It's very easy. It's just lead by example, shut up, and just go do your thing. If you bring something up, you talk about doing something, bring it and make sure you do what you say you're going to do. If you promise somebody you're going to do something, do it. If you take on a job, finish it. If you say you're going to help somebody because they helped you, then you better be ready to help them when they need help. And give back. Don't be selfish and hold everything in. Make sure you're complimenting people when they do a good job. Make sure you're giving advice when you've learned something, passing on knowledge to other people. Make sure you're treating people the way you want to be treated. And above all, just be as genuine as you possibly can to yourself. Because if you're not, then you are playing a very dangerous game, even with your own psyche. If you haven't figured yourself out and you're trying to jump to other people, how they should perceive you, you've skipped the biggest part, and that's figuring yourself out. How is somebody else going to respect you if you don't even know who you are? It's easy to say, it's a tough road to figure it out. But you can't figure it out if you don't get on the road. Get on the road and try to figure yourself out. And all the rest of it is going to fall into place, whether you like it or not. Life is funny that way. Whether you like it or not, people are going to figure you out sometimes faster than you do. Because that's where advice and mentorship and people you can look up to, that's where they come in. Because other people can see certain things about you that they've been through. They may know somebody exactly like you. You haven't figured yourself out, but maybe other people have seen other people who have things and qualities about you that they've already seen. And that's why understanding who you are is so important. But it's important to listen to those people, because more often than not, they're going to start pointing out the flaws that you have. And not because it's a bad thing, because they want to help you. They want you to get rid of those flaws. And it's not negativity. That's the biggest thing, is some people cannot take criticism. You have to be able to take it. If you really care about who you are, if enough people tell you you're an asshole, trust me, you're an asshole. If enough people tell you you're gifted and you're not doing anything with it, then you're letting yourself not achieve the best version of yourself. And everybody's different. Some people don't care. Some people just want to be left alone. And if that's the best version of yourself, is to be left alone, that's you. But you know that. You already know that inside. And when the time is right, you'll meet somebody who will push you further if you want to go there. You'll meet people who have common interests in you. But everybody's journey and everybody's path is different. In the end, respect is something that I think we all crave in a way. Some people crave it more than others. I'm very neutral in everything in life. I see things very gray. I don't do, extreme this, extreme that. I try to look at everything in a broad gray stroke. And I try to make sure that I look at all aspects of everything. And when you break down life in that way, when you can take something like respect and break it down and see, how does the word respect, what does that really mean? And how does it really work? How does leadership really work? How does being the best version of myself really work? When you start breaking all those things down, then it's very easy to identify where the areas you need to work on. And that's all this is. My life, from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed, I try to make sure I have advanced in some capacity each day. And I think that's where the respect comes from for me, because I think people they constantly see that I'm always trying to work on myself. And therefore, whatever I work on, I'm going to learn something, and then I'm taking that knowledge and I'm talking to this camera and I'm spreading it back to you, what I've learned. And that's what my life is all about, is exploring life and making sure I share everything that I learn, both good and bad, with people I care about and even the people I don't know. There's nothing wrong with spreading knowledge and spreading the word of what you've learned in life. Spoken word about what you've learned is very powerful. You can't find it in any textbook. You can't find it in film and music and anything. Sometimes meeting the right people, when you speak to them and you listen to their stories, it will shape you as a person. You realize you haven't been through everything in life, but you also realize you're not alone in it. And that's comforting. So I hope this video and this topic helps you. Talk to as many people as you can who have like interests as you. I've had a lot of mentors in my life, and I continue to keep mentors in my life, because as you age, there's always somebody ahead of you that's done it. And it's helpful. So I encourage anybody to get a mentor, be inspired by somebody. Make sure you continue expanding your knowledge, expanding your range of being a human being as far as how you treat other people. Be the best version of yourself as you possibly can. Be you, be genuine. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.